Hello and welcome to Who Would Like to Win Some Money versus the Clock. We are fast approaching 1,500 episodes, and in the last 5 years we've given away over 755,000 gems. Let's see if our next contestant can add to that. Let's meet him. He is Seamus O'Flaherty from Triplin. How are you, Seamus?
Surviving, David, surviving. I'm taking it all one day at a time, you know.
I see. What would winning some money mean for you today?
You know, it would be nice to be able to buy things with it.
What would you buy particularly?
You know, just things like, I could buy something like, what do you call them, just things.
I see.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I have a job. Well, I go there, do the job every day and earn some money at the end of the day.
Any hobbies?
Yes, I have hobbies. There's one thing I like to do in my spare time. Just a thing, you know.
What is that then?
It's like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's a good way to pass the time. It's just things.
I see. Would you like to play against the clock?
No.
What?
Well, you see, David, I would describe myself as quite the fan of the series, but I've noticed that not many contestants ever get past the first question.
Right.
I'm just going to say right now, David, I'm going to say C, final answer.
What have you done?
Well, I've just gone for it, David. I thought, I'm going to get no time for this. I feel I've got a better chance of just guessing now without knowing anything about it.
So you've basically given yourself a 1 in 4.
I would say a 1 in 3. The answer to the first one is never D. That's always a hilarious joke answer.
Well, Seamus, you've gone for it now, so no going back. I have the job now of revealing whether you're right or wrong. I can tell you that it wasn't D. How anyone could think the answer to that question was D. Then again, you never know. True for some, maybe. If you'd said B, again, you would have been wrong. Probably find yourself in an epic fail montage on the YouTube. I honestly don't know how anyone could possibly think the answer is B. So it's between A and C. You randomly picked C. If I had to randomly pick an answer, I'd go with A. Always A. You chose C, however.
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid to tell you that you're going home. With some money today because you've just won 100 gems. First question out of the way, how do you feel?
That's a relief, David. That's such a relief. I can actually play the game now.
You can. Would you like me to explain the rules to you?
Oh yes, David, you can do that now if you like.
Well, Old MacDonald had a money tree, E-I-E-I-O, and on that money tree he had some lifelines. With a 50-50 there and a phone a friend there. Also, you can ask the audience too. Quite a new situation for us. You already have 100 gems. You're only 10 questions away from $1 million, and these are the categories you'll be facing today. Ready to play?
I'm ready.
We'll start with question 2 for 500 gems. 4 possibilities, no award-winning joke answer for option D. 15 seconds on the clock, here is the question. According to the song, if you're happy and you know it, what should you do? Jump off a bridge, start a pandemic, emigrate to North Korea, or clap your hands?
I would clap my hands for 500.
Audience, can you clap your hands because that's correct for 500. I'm just going to caution you here. Final points, you could go home with nothing. Here is the next question for 1,000 gems. Which of these people shot the sheriff but did not shoot the deputy? E, I, O, U.
I'm not sure. I'll call a friend.
Okay. Let's take a look at your friends list. Who would you like to ring?
I'll speak to Kiva.
Let's get K-I'm-He on the line.
Stop calling me. I'm perfectly happy with my heating and gas and don't care if I'm missing out on these untold savings.
Hello, this is David Stryker from Who Would Like to Win a Million Gems versus the Clock.
Oh, my mistake. These bloody gas people won't leave me alone.
I've got Seamus with me in the hot seat. He has won
500,000 gems. Go, Seamus!
Please don't interrupt me.
Sorry, David.
As I was saying, he has won 500 gems and he's going for 1,000.
I see.
I'm going to give you, let me think, 30 seconds. A bit generous, but yeah, we'll do 30 seconds. That's the amount of time you have to talk to him, starting now.
Kiva, who shot the sheriff? Was it E, I, O, or U?
I shot the sheriff.
You shot the sheriff.
No, it's not you. It's I.
So you shot the sheriff.
No, I shot the sheriff.
You?
No, it's I. It's B.
Who's B?
I.
You're a B? I thought you were Kiva.
The answer is I.
It was you?
Right. You have 7 seconds left on the clock and that...
Wait, sorry, David. I know you don't like being interrupted, and I'm sorry, but before you start that clock again, I'm just a little bit confused. What did Kiva say?
She said, I shot the sheriff.
So you shot the sheriff?
No. 7 seconds left. The answer is B. That time resumes now.
I'll go for D.
It's not D.
B then. Wait, does that mean that I shot the sheriff?
But you did not shoot the deputy for a guaranteed 1,000 gems. Okay, a tricky start there, but we've made it to 1,000 gems. You can also now FaceTime a stranger as well, only if you want to. The next question is coming up when you're ready. Questions are twice as hard now, so you get twice the time at 30 seconds. Here is the question. Which of these oven vendors recently went to prison for setting fire to a fire station? Mimi Meverick, BB Beeswick, CC Seasick, DD Diedrich.
Which of these oven vendors recently? I really don't know anything about oven vendors.
You still have 3 lifelines at your disposal.
I'll have to ask your audience, David.
Okay, audience, we need all of you now to get your keypads out. Don't worry if you don't know the answer. Please feel free to have a guess, we don't mind. The question is, which of these oven vendors recently went to prison for setting fire to a fire station? A. Mimi Meverick, B. BB Beeswick, C. CC Seasick, or D. DD Diedrich. On your keypads, all vote now please. %, say D. DD Diedrich. For A, B and C, 9, 9, 9. 9 seconds left on the clock, starting right now.
I'll go with the audience then. D. DD Diedrich, final answer.
Well done audience, you've all just won 2,000 gems. You've still got 2 helps left. Any last words before we look at the next question?
Not really, no. Let's just go for it.
Here it is. Philosopher Phil Oso famously died when doctors couldn't remember his blood type. What were his final words? Be positive, Irwin's cat is dead, trees always make sounds, you're bloody useless.
I think I know this one, David. For a change. He was a very upbeat person. I know these words are etched on his gravestone, so I'm gonna go for the first answer choice, be positive, for 5,000.
Before he died, he told the doctors to be positive for 5,000 gems. Still got a couple of helps there. You've now got the chance to double your money. Please stand by for the question. Which of the following exhibits was removed from the Louvre 20 years after its accidental inclusion? A used train ticket, a bin bag, an empty Diet Coke can, a Burger King receipt.
I've been before, David, and the artwork there is amazing. Truly phenomenal. I can't believe that any of these would be on display, even by accident. I think I'll speak to the stranger.
Okay. We are going to hack into someone's computer using a free face-to-face Skype video call.
Oh, for God's sake.
Good morning, this is David Stryker from Who Would Prefer to Be a Millionaire versus The Clock.
Yes, I'd like to report a cybercrime, please.
I have Seamus in the seat and he needs your help to get to 10,000 gems.
I don't know the IP. It's happened a few times before. It's like some weird game show thing. I don't really know.
I'm going to give you an undisclosed amount of time to discuss, starting now.
Wait, hang on a second, I've got a question to answer. Well, I do know the Louvre, and it does have some really exceptional artwork displays.
I would agree. Some lovely pieces. Hopefully wouldn't see a used train ticket on display.
Well, actually, that is one of the displays.
You're joking.
When I went, I saw a train ticket, the Mona Lisa, a bin bag, a Diet Coke can.
No, that can't be the case. Surely not.
I think the Diet Coke can is next to the Venus de Milo.
Well, I must have seen a can somewhere, but I just thought that was someone's rubbish.
Can you both please make sure you're not spending too much time discussing?
Sorry, David. Anyway, long story short, the answer is D. Rumour has it that a famous French artist went there 20 years ago, went to Leroy de Hamburger, and the receipt for that place fell out of his pocket, and the staff there assumed it was an exhibit and left it there for 20 years.
Thank you, stranger. Okay, well you still have 9 seconds left to give an answer. We'll get a move on and start the timer now.
Right, I'll say D for 10,000.
Right, that's gone orange now. How sure are you?
Well, I'm in absolute disbelief. I'm not sure myself, but I'm hoping that the stranger was.
The stranger was correct for 10,000 gems.
Yes, well that's good news.
So, eventually we got to 10,000.
Yes.
But the next question is for 25,000. You can still use a lifeline. How many British counties have names that begin with the word old? 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think I'm going to use my 50-50 on this one.
Okay, we're going to stop the clock with 11 seconds. 2 opportunities to answer this question. If you get it wrong though, you will go down to 1,000 gems. May I have your first answer please?
B, 3, penultimate answer.
It is not B. Seamus, you have 11 seconds, starting now.
I think I'm going to walk away. Final answer.
You can't.
What?
Quick, 4 seconds.
C.
Seamus, you were a second away from losing 9 grand there.
I remember on the show before you added this silly clock, people could always walk away if they were using a 50-50.
Not in this format, I'm afraid. Why 4?
Well, I know there is 3, but if that's wrong, then I'm hoping that there's not another 2, and it's just the extra one. I'm hoping it's 4.
Seamus, you have just won 25,000 gems.
Oh, thank God. Thank God for that.
Okay, so we're switching the studio from light mode to dark mode. This next question is worth a 6-figure sum. You can say goodbye to the lifelines now because they are gone. The next 4 questions are really difficult. As a result of this, I have decided to give you 45 seconds to answer this one, and here it is. What is the scientific name for the fear of chainsaws? Texophobia, leatherfaceophobia, razorphobia, common sense.
Well, David, I happen to know someone who suffers with this fear.
You do?
Yes, they have a fear of chainsaws, and I believe it is known as common sense. So I'm gonna say that for 100,000, please.
Not texophobia, not leatherfaceophobia, and not razorphobia for 100,000.
Come on! 100,000, get in there, come on!
If you get this next question right, mate, you'll have a quarter of the capital required to be a millionaire. But we don't want to give you that, so we've decided to make this next question really difficult. Still no lifelines, but you're only 3 away from $1 million. Here comes the next question. What would happen to you if you ate yourself? You would become twice as big, you would completely disappear, you would die, or all of the above.
If I consume myself, then I would disappear, I think. I would go to my stomach. But if I go to my stomach, then that would mean I'm twice as big, so I'm not quite sure.
A wrong answer does cost you 75,000 gems.
I think if you ate yourself, you become twice as big, and you disappear at the same time. So that makes me think the answer is D.
The clock is ticking.
If I ate myself... No, I think I'm gonna walk away.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? I think...
Sorry mate, time's up, which means I'm gonna have to force you to walk away.
That's fair enough, David.
Seamus, you have been beaten by the clock, but thank you for playing.
I've had a great time, David, and I'm so glad I've not left with nothing.
You should be. Anyway, let's get back to the question.
It was D, wasn't it?
I can reveal the answer was C. If you eat yourself, you die, basically.
Right.
Audience, can you clap your hands together for Seamus, who will be returning to Triplin with 100,000 gems. And it's been 4.5 years, but we finally got a 5th person past that first question, meaning we can finally commence with our Fixtures of 5. 5 million gem questions over 5 nights. Seamus, are you excited?
I just can't hide it, David.
Brilliant stuff. I'll just try and keep it together, but I will see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only Seamus.